Well, let me start. Let me take me a little cannon break here. I'm gonna take me a cannon break here. Now, I don't know how this one is going to come out, but I hope and trust God it does. I may have talked too much. You know, when you got these little cameras, you know, there's going to be a little problem in there. Let me get started with Daniel here, and I'm going to Daniel chapter 7. I'm going to start here with Daniel chapter 7. I'll say this. Well, go ahead. I had to take me a little cannon break. After this, verse 1, I saw in the night vision, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceeding, and it had great iron teeth. It bowed and brake in pieces. Sorry about that. Started at verse 7. I started at verse 7. I got to go to verse 1. In the first year of Belshazzar, king of Babylon, Daniel had a dream and a vision of his head upon his bed. Then he wrote the dream and told the sum of the matter. Daniel spake and said, I saw in my vision by night, and behold, the four winds of heaven strove upon the great sea. Part 3. And four great beasts came up from the sea, diverse one from another. The first was like a lion, and had eagle wings. I beheld till the wings thereof were plucked, and it was lifted up from the earth, and made stand up on the feet as a man, and a man's heart was given to it. Okay? A man's heart was given to it. Let's go right here. It had teeth like a lion. A lion is a predator, and he breaks the prey into pieces. When he don't chew his food, he breaks it into pieces. So he's had eagle wing. A lion doesn't fly. So that gives us this here was an aircraft. This was a bombing campaign. How it began after knocking down of the World Twin Tower Trade Center building, spoken of in Daniel chapter 8 and Ezekiel chapter 9. This is the way it was. They started off with a bombing campaign with military aircraft loaded with a payload of bombs, and it. Not this way anymore. This is in modern technology. Because God told us in St. John, I want to get to him, chapter 16, he said, verse 16, these things have I spoken unto you, that you should not be offended. They shall put you out of the synagogue, yea, the time cometh, that whosoever killeth you will think that he does God's service. And these things will they do unto you, because they have not known the Father nor me. But these things have I told you, that when the time shall come, ye shall remember that I told you of them. And these things I said not unto you at the beginning, because I was with you. But now I go my way to him that sent me, and none of you ask me, whither goest thou? But because I have said these things unto you, sorrow hath filled your heart. Nevertheless, I tell you the truth, it is expedient for you that I go away. For if I go not away, the Comforter will not come unto you. But if I depart, I will send him unto you. And when he is come, he shall reprove the world of sin and of righteousness and of judgment. Of sin, because they believe not on me. Of righteousness, because I go to my Father, and you see me no more. I said these parts that I was made an attachment unto Jesus Christ. They made me and Elijah attachment unto him. We became the cherubims upon the mercy Jesus symbolized the mercy. And so I am the only man on this planet that proved that Jesus was the Son of God, and Jesus was not the substance of a human being. He was not born by the substance of a human being, because God made me an attachment unto him. I showed you this throughout this prophecy that I've been talking. These are not my words, but these are the words of God. He showed me, revealed these things to me. Now, of judgment, because the prince of this world is judged. I have yet many things to say unto you, but you cannot bear them now. They couldn't bear them now because they wouldn't know what Jesus was talking about. Because they lived in a primitive era of sword bowls. This is where they lived at, in a primitive era where they wouldn't know the truth. But howbeit, verse 13, when he, the Spirit of truth, is come, he will guide you into all truth, for he shall not speak of himself, but whatsoever shall he hear, that shall he speak, and he will show you things to come. Jesus was letting him know that there was going to be a man which was attached onto him who he was going to send back when he go to his Father. But I will, at the appointed time in the end, during his return, I will emerge and I will speak the truth and tell them. I will not speak of myself. But at the meantime, I would be the Comforter, a person born to prepare the way for the return of Jesus Christ. The Holy Ghost was going to come back and get them in men that accept him. It will become the network, like the network of your cell phone. You run and you call in, you call there. The Holy Ghost become the network who will come to the people who will accept him. And when I speak the truth from this sin, from Jesus, the network who all is abiding in the spirit of the Holy Ghost and understand the truth, they will communicate me with them, and they will understand that I'm telling the truth, because the two networks will connect. And he shall glorify me, for he shall receive of mine and shall show it unto you. All things that the Father hath are mine. Therefore said I, and he shall take of mine and shall show it unto you. A little while, and you shall see me, shall not see me, and again a little while, and ye shall see me, because I go to the Father. Okay. Okay. The cruise missile is the second part of that first version of the campaign against Afghanistan and Iraq. This is the way it was. This is the first stage too.